2003, Jason White at Alabama, tight game. The roof was caving in. We're backed up on our own 20. I go, run the fake. And he looked at me like, what? I said, quit making a big deal about this, run it.
This is great stuff tonight. Can Alabama pull off the landmark win, or will Oklahoma prove something on the road?
No, I don't think so. I think Oklahoma wins this ball game with solid defense, but most important, special teams and specialists. Oklahoma in a close one.
I think it's imperative for Alabama to stay in this game. They've got to have success. Keep this crowd and energy in the game. Ride the momentum. Oklahoma's defensive pressure and Jason White hitting a deep ball behind the Alabama secondary is the difference. I like Oklahoma, and by the way, there's nothing like the SEC at night. I'm a fan.
2003, there was just a great chemistry, but great talent.
We were good. We were good. You know, we had a little bit of everything. We had the leadership, we had the talent, we had the work ethic, we had the edge.
It was more or less like everybody holding each other accountable on each level, not just your position and your spot and the people that's in your spot.
We knew, you know, what this team could potentially be capable of doing.
A lot of the guys that had been there early on and kind of for the foundation building and were now coming into their senior year. So I think the leadership was fantastic.
Here comes DeCarlo. Underway. Number 1, Oklahoma and the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
The environment at that stadium in Alabama was hostile. We had just beat them the year before, so they wanted revenge.
We knew it was going to be a hostile environment. We was down there. It was, you know, it was crazy, but it was, you know, we just had to stay focused and stay mentally tough and do what we need to do.
Defensively, we were great. We were number 1 in the country or top 5 in the country every year.
Play action, wants to throw on first down. Zips this one, intercepted by Oklahoma and picked off by Antonio Perkins.
I'm most proud of Perkins with him and his improvement on the defensive part, because he went in and put in a lot of work to be a better cornerback on the other side of me.
This was the first year, 2003, where we had a healthy quarterback and an offense geared for success. And offensively, they had a huge year behind Jason White, and that was the difference of why that team really took the next step.
Here come the Sooners. Jason White at quarterback, the 3-year letterman, a senior out of Tuttle, Oklahoma.
That week I kept on hearing the reporters and the TV announcers say both his knee injuries came in the second start. Well, Alabama was the second game. And so for me, I had tore my ACL against Alabama the year before. So going to Alabama, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking all the time, like, hopefully I can make it through it without getting hurt.
Tight game, and they're getting loud. We're backed up on our own 20, can't move the ball, it's 4th down. They had already got a finger on another punt. They were coming off the edge, not covering the gunner and not even covering our wing. They were just reckless, like we're not gonna do it. And they're going to get this punt. And I felt like the whole roof was caving in on us. And I told Brent, I go, run the fake. And Brent looked at me like, what? He looked at me with big eyes. I said, quit making a big deal about this, run it. You know, you watched body language across the field. I'm like, look, everybody quit panicking about this, run the fake. And Brent, we had put it in just the day before. If they're going to do this and come off the edge, we're just going to slip our wing out, who was Michael Thompson, and we're going to throw them the ball. And if they're not going to cover him.
Ferguson, whose butt last time was blocked, a pass, it's caught at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and first down Oklahoma.
I felt if they block the punt or if we give the ball back to them, this is going south, the way the stadium was and the crowd. So I felt something had to happen. And sure enough, they did it. Here comes the rush. He called the fake. Michael Thompson slips out there, throw it right to him, and catches it. And some reason he starts to switch the ball after he runs 10, 15 yards, and he bobbles it. And you know, you're just like, oh no.
I was nervous about it because Mike Thompson got bad hands. He had bad hands. Even when he caught it and took off running, you could tell he was kind of fumbling with it and all that. But I mean, it was a great play call. Luckily it worked, and we needed it at that moment. So everything. I'm just glad that Coach had the guts to call it, actually. But Coach Stoops never swallowed the whistle or did none of that. So I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, I was nervous about it because it was a big point in the game.
We ended up getting that first down. Well, I knew without even them having to tell me what play we were going to run.
Very next play, great call. We throw a bomb to Brandon Jones. Jason White hits him right in stride.
Looking downfield, throws a long, long pass for Brandon Jones. Got it to 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Ended up, throwing the pass to Brandon Jones and, for a touchdown. And, for me, that was one of the turning points of that game.
And they were so ready to pounce on us. You could hear a pin drop in that stadium. That was a big moment.
The game is won during the week, so the weekend is just the benefit of what you guys did during the week. And guys were focused, and we did what we came there to do, and that was whoop some butt. And we came straight off the bus with an attitude that we're not going home as losers. We totally dominated. Our defense came out and we did what we were supposed to do. We dominated from start to finish.
Going to take a knee here on this 3rd down. He does. Sooner fans can start cheering, folks. The time will run out, and Oklahoma has beaten Alabama for the 2nd year in a row.
I can remember when that buzzer went off and we won the game. I can remember thinking, I'm good. I made it through the 2nd game. I'll be able to make it the rest of the year.
We said we wanted to be a better road team. Well, this is a good start to that. Jumping in on the road, going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and playing Alabama is a dang good start. It'll test your character. Smart, good, clean football. Hard-fought, physical game. I'm proud of you.